Philadelphia and New York, two cities bound by history, rivalry, and the weight of expectation. Today, beneath the steel shadows of Yankee Stadium, the house that Ruth built, the Phillies arrive locked in a division chase. Their weapon is Ranger Suarez, quiet on the mound, ice in his veins. 7 wins this year, a razor-sharp 2.66 ERA, and perfection on the road. 7 road starts, 7 quality outings, just 8 runs allowed in 49 innings away from home. When Suarez travels, he doesn't just pitch. He dictates tempo, turns chaos into silence. Waiting for him is Marcus Stroman. The Bronx has not been his sanctuary. 3 home starts this season have left him with a 6.46 ERA, a whip climbing toward danger. Even his career numbers in this cathedral of baseball tilt toward struggle, nearly 6 runs allowed per 9 innings under these very lights. Stroman can flash brilliance, like he did last week against Atlanta, but history whispers louder here. And whispers in Yankee Stadium have a way of becoming roars. The Phillies lineup is relentless. Bryce Harper driving balls to the gaps, Kyle Schwarber sitting on mistake pitches and punishing them, Nick Castellanos grinding pitchers into submission. They bring speed, contact, and power in equal measure, balance that travels well. This is not a team that needs a friendly park. They score 4.6 runs per game, but they know how to win tight, low-scoring battles when their ace controls the rhythm. The Yankees? They're power incarnate. 163 home runs this year, leading the league. Aaron Judge can change a game in a single swing, and Anthony Volpe has found his own dangerous groove. But this lineup lives off the mistake, the hanging slider, the fastball left high. And Suarez rarely leaves the ball where hitters want it. His command forces weak contact, keeps the game on the ground, and smothers momentum before it sparks. This is the game inside the game. Road dominance against home volatility. Control versus chaos. A team built to adjust, to grind, to win under pressure. And today's AI pick is the Philadelphia Phillies money line. Will we cash or will we burn? Abaddon takes the next game.
The lights come alive over Globe Life Field, and the stage is set for 2 teams walking very different paths. The Atlanta Braves arrive in Arlington battered by a season of disappointment. They're buried in the standings, losers of 6 of their last 10, and carrying the weight of a road record that screams inconsistency, just 18 wins away from home all year. Tonight, they hand the ball to Grant Holmes. His numbers aren't terrible on the surface, a 3.81 ERA, 1.32 whip, but peel back the layers and the cracks appear. On the road, Holmes is 2-3 with a bloated 5.19 ERA. He gives up traffic, he lets innings breathe, and in a park that punishes mistakes, that's a dangerous recipe. Waiting for him is a Texas Rangers team that's surging, winners of 8 of their last 10, riding a 3-game streak and clawing their way back into the AL West race. Their lineup hasn't been explosive all season, but July has been different. 5.5 runs per game, timely hits, and just enough power to back their elite pitching. And elite is the word. Texas owns the best ERA and whip in all of baseball. They suffocate rallies, cut off extra bases, and finish games clean. On the mound for Texas is Kumar Rocker, the young arm with flashes of brilliance. Overall, his 5.66 ERA looks shaky, but not here, not in Arlington. At Globe Life Field, he's been dominant, 3-0 with a 1.84 ERA and a sparkling 0.85 whip in 5 starts. He commands the zone, gets ahead early, and feeds a bullpen ranked top 3 in the league. Behind Rocker is a relief corps that doesn't bend and doesn't break, holding opponents to almost nothing late in games. The Braves can strike out a lineup with their arms, but they can't sustain offense against elite pitching and elite defense. They're 22nd in scoring, their road bats cold, and their bullpen middling, ranked just 19th in baseball. Meanwhile, the Rangers have found rhythm. They've got momentum, home field advantage, and a pitching staff that dictates every inning. This is the difference between a team searching for answers and a team finding its stride. And today's AI pick is the Texas Rangers money line. Will we cash or will we burn?
Southside pride? It's a myth. A hollow echo rattling inside guaranteed rate field. The White Sox are a team without teeth, 30 games underwater, lost in a season that's already over. And tonight, they face a predator. The Cubs, 60 wins, a lineup built to hunt, to bleed opponents dry. Cade Horton takes the ball for the north side, a young arm, steady enough, and he doesn't need to be perfect. Not against this corpse of an offense. The White Sox average 3.7 runs a game, 27th in baseball. They swing and miss, they ground into outs, they can't keep up. Horton will chew through this order and hand it off to a bullpen that's top 10 in holds, clean and efficient. But across the diamond, Aaron Civale, 2-6, a 4.76 ERA, a man forced to pitch with no safety net behind him. Because when Civale tires, when the pitch count rises, the White Sox hand the game over to the worst bullpen in Major League Baseball. Dead last. 44% save rate. Leads disappear. Wins evaporate. And tonight, facing one of the most dangerous lineups in the game, those cracks will split wide open. The Cubs are a machine. 5.3 runs per game, second in the league. A lineup hitting .256 with a .446 slugging percentage. Cody Bellinger, Dansby Swanson, Christopher Morel. It doesn't matter who steps up. They will punish mistakes. They will take extra bases. And when that White Sox bullpen comes in, they'll torch it. You think the Sox can keep this close? No. Their bats don't scare anyone. Their bullpen doesn't protect anyone. Their home record, 16 wins, 37 losses, is proof of the decay. This isn't a rivalry tonight. It's a statement. This game won't end in doubt. The Cubs will step on the throat early, and they won't stop. 2 runs? 3? They'll cover this run line with ease because the gap between these two teams is that wide. And today's AI pick is the Chicago Cubs, 1.5 on the run line. Will we cash or will we burn?
The lights of Busch Stadium flicker against a restless sky. Tonight, it's San Diego crossing the river, looking for answers after 3 straight losses. The Padres have been a strange team, quiet bats, but a staff that keeps them alive. And that's where this game begins, on the mound with Randy Vasquez. Vasquez has been sharp lately. 3 straight outings, 3 straight wins for San Diego. 15 hits allowed over nearly 15 innings, just 5 runs. No panic, no unraveling. A 3.73 ERA doesn't tell the full story. This is a pitcher who bends, never breaks, who thrives on soft contact and keeps the ball where damage can't be done. And behind him is a bullpen among the 10 best in baseball, built to protect the margin. Across from him, Matthew Liberatore is coming off a disaster. 9 hits, 6 runs, 3 innings. A 4.13 ERA that's rising. A Cardinals pitching staff ranked 22nd in ERA, 25th in batting average allowed. When the ball leaves his hand, it finds barrels too often. And if it doesn't, the bullpen waiting behind him is inconsistent at best. San Diego's offense has been quiet all season, but they don't need to erupt to stay close. Manny Machado still drives doubles into the corners. Fernando Tatis Jr. still carries the threat of a single swing. And even in a season where power is scarce, timely contact is enough when your pitching can keep the game inside the lines. St. Louis has more thump, but they're not whole. Nootbaar's gone. The lineup leans too heavy on Wilson Contreras, Alec Burleson, and scraps of production from the rest. And this is not a team built to blow anyone away. They're middling at best. 4.5 runs a game, decent but not punishing. So this isn't about domination, it's about staying in the fight. Vasquez will give San Diego 6 solid innings, the Padres bullpen will hold the line, and this game will live in the middle, tight, controlled, 1 swing away either direction. And today's AI pick is San Diego Padres +1.5 on the run line. Will we cash or will we burn?
Fenway Park, the oldest cathedral of chaos in the game. Tonight, the Dodgers step into the Green Monster's shadow carrying the league's most dangerous lineup, 5.3 runs a night, second in home runs, and built to hammer mistakes. But waiting for them is Garrett Crochet, Boston's golden arm. 11 wins, a 2.2 ERA, one of the cleanest whips in baseball. He struck out 165 hitters. He's gone deep into games, and lately he's looked untouchable. Across from him, Clayton Kershaw. A legend, yes, but 37 years old, coming off another short start, and facing a Boston lineup that feasts on right pitches in this park. 4.9 runs a night, fourth in MLB slugging, and itching to break out after a quiet stretch. And even if the Red Sox have struggled against lefties lately, Fenway has a way of flipping scripts. One mistake, one liner rattling around that short porch, and everything changes. Here's the truth Fenway always reveals. It doesn't matter how good the starters are. They can be sharp for 4, 5, maybe 6 innings. But this park, it eats bullpens alive. And that's where the Dodgers have been bleeding. A 5.26 ERA for their relievers over the last week. Traffic. Walks. Bad timing. Boston's bullpen has been steadier, but no relief unit stays perfect in this place for long. By the 7th inning, this game will be in the hands of the middlemen. And that's when runs start piling. The Dodgers have too much firepower to stay quiet. Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman, Max Muncy. 1 inning, 1 rally, and it doesn't matter who's on the mound. And the Red Sox? They'll find theirs too. Rafael Devers, Tristan Casas. Even a bloop to left here turns into a double off the wall. This is Fenway. The geometry makes runs. So ignore the shiny ERAs. Ignore the myth of a low-scoring duel. This park turns tight games into shootouts late. The bats are too strong, the bullpen's too fragile, and when the line is 8.5, it's begging to be beaten. And today's AI pick is over 8.5 runs. Will we cash or will we burn? Lilith waits in silence to seal the recap.
5 games, 5 fates sealed. Let's run it back. First, in the Bronx, we saw the Phillies step into Yankee Stadium with Ranger Suarez on the mound. Calm, ruthless, and ready to smother New York's power bats. Marcus Stroman couldn't hold the line, and the edge was too clear. The pick was the Philadelphia Phillies money line. Second, under the Texas lights, it was Atlanta's Grant Holmes trying to stop the bleeding against a Rangers team riding momentum. Kumar Rocker and the best bullpen in baseball waiting behind him. Too much pitching, too much defense. The pick was the Texas Rangers money line. Third, we crossed to the south side of Chicago, where the White Sox are still drowning in their own shadows. Aaron Savali stood no chance against a Cubs lineup that doesn't let up. Cade Horton didn't have to be perfect, just better. The pick was the Chicago Cubs, 1.5 on the run line. Fourth, Busch Stadium in St. Louis. Randy Vasquez taking the ball for San Diego, steady through 3 straight wins, facing a Cardinals team bleeding inconsistency. The Padres didn't need to win outright, just stay close. The pick was the San Diego Padres, 1.5 on the run line. Fifth, Fenway Park, Dodgers, Red Sox, Kershaw and Crochet on the mound, but Fenway bends games toward chaos. Bullpens can't hide here. Late innings would spill runs. The pick was over 8.5 total runs. Ahora, en español. Primero, los Phillies money line. Segundo, los Rangers money line. Tercero, los Cachorros, 1.5 en la línea de carreras. Cuarto, los Padres, 1.5 en la línea de carreras. Quinto, más de 8.5 carreras en Fenway Park. Like and subscribe. Will we cash or will we burn? Was du heute kannst besorgen, das verschiebe nicht auf morgen. What you can handle today, never push to tomorrow.